Lost it already.
Welcome! We are here live, as you can see. There's no Milli Vanilli here, boys. This is it. What you see is what you get. Beer spilling everywhere, livers right out in the open.
Wow.
Just
smooth opening.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the. Oh,
Well
that was my
executed.
beer too. Damn. Shit. How you doing, Chris?
Well, I'm
Nice,
pretty wet.
You just coming in from cutting wood, or
Yeah.
Figured,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
didn't figure I'd wear anything good if you're gonna throw
Yeah,
beer everywhere.
exactly. Yeah, good thing you were wearing that thing. But
Yeah.
guess what? Guess what? Guess
I know
what?
what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Two.
String Theory. Here's John and Chris and Ginger.
He's enjoying that right now. you trying to burn off the beer from your hands?
Maybe.
Table's still a little damp here.
Perhaps we have a malfunction.
Yeah, you're the major malfunction here. Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. I love you guys.
Spilly
Spilly
McGillicuddy over there.
Spilly McSudso.
Yeah, Sudsy the clown.
Puddles the clown.
You'd think we've been sitting here drinking all day, which is not the truth.
It's not the truth at all. We just
Been here less than an hour.
we're getting pretty happy though because it's Wednesday.
Because it's Wednesday. We're just happy.
String Theory. You are on String Theory for week number 340,012.6
And a half in 57.30 seconds.
Special thanks to Boucher, Levy's, G&G Music, Fantasy Music, Opry Music Store, and Mirror Machine of Brunswick. Reed's Music, Mount Pearl, Newfoundland.
Yep.
K&K Gallagher, recording King Alvarez Yeri, St. Louis Music. Yamaha, James Martin Instruments in Kilkenny, Ireland. Close Guitars, world's greatest carbon fiber instruments.
Yes, sir.
Cody Guitars, locally made electric guitars extraordinaire. Extra donaire. Orangewood Guitars, guitars so cheap they blow your face off. Audio Sprockets, D'Addario Canada, The Arc, my buddy Dakota McNamara. Apollo Picks, Tone Right, and Chris Coote. And the lovely
Am
Ginger.
I sponsoring the show?
You're always sponsoring this show.
This show is being brought to you by Royale. Extra.
The quicker slipper.
quicker picker upper.
The quicker slopper upper.
There's the quicker
Slopper
slopper.
dopper. The
Slopper jumper.
The flopper clopper flopper. Welcome. How you
What's
doing,
new?
buddy?
I'm doing good.
Let's go to Capo Corner.
Okay.
So,
Sad news on
A
cable.
little bit of sad news on Capo Corner, but as always, we must pay tribute to these people. Hargus Robbins, also known as Pig Robbins, died 2 days ago. Or actually, yesterday, I think it was. And he was in his 80s. He was 81, I believe, or 84. But if you don't know who Pig Robbins was, look him up, because he played on basically every hit country record ever made.
Right.
He was the piano intro for Patsy Cline's "Back in Baby's Arms." That thing.
He's the
That's
wrecking,
him.
He's part of the wrecking crew of
He
country
was
music.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was the foundation of the wrecking
Yeah.
crew of national music, and like the intro to Charlie Rich's "Behind Closed Doors." Everybody thought that was Charlie Rich. It wasn't. It was Hargus Robbins.
Right.
I got to play with Hargus for 2 days on a session at the Opry, and that man was unbelievable. Unbelievable. He played piano with everybody on that show, from the bluegrass bands to whatever. He was part of the house band. Him, David Greer, Jerry, Flux. Jerry Douglas.
Flux.
That's what they called him, Flux. And Jerry Douglas and Roy Husky Jr. on upright bass. Glenn Worf, I think, was on electric. Stinson was on the drums on that show. And I was watching these guys. That's what they were. They were the wrecking crew of that kind of music. When you put those guys in a room together, all they needed was a chart, and they'd look at it for 10 seconds and throw it over their shoulder and
make the song.
Oh yeah,
as we know.
Yes,
it. Yeah.
and she Pig played on records right up until he died. He was on records that you've heard on on country radio, even in this new style of, kind of messed up
cookie cutter country.
Partially rap
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Hargus Robbins was still the piano player that people called. More recorded, I think, even than Floyd Kramer, who actually was more of a producer, alongside Chet Atkins and people like that. So here's to Hargus.
Joined the big house band in the sky.
He certainly did.
Cheers.
But he will never ever be forgotten. And every time you listen to country music, you're probably hearing him play the piano.
Cheers.
Piano Heads Aeternum.
Hey, Jackie.
So there's the Hargus Robbins, boys and girls.
Jackie heard the word pig and he thinks
Yeah, right.
something to eat.
I also want to make a quick shout out to my buddy Blair Sveinson, who did a really cool version of House of Plywood.
Yeah.
Possibly the only cover of it I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And said some really kind things about me and us on his channel. And he's doing really well. He's got 726 subscribers.
He's got 728 now because we
just subscribed. And he's not a pro player, but he's
inspired and he's giving her help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we need more of.
Yeah.
Get the hell out there and do what makes you feel good.
You can always tell when music comes from somebody's heart.
Yes.
It doesn't. It's not pro.
And
it's from the heart. And
we just watched him do that, and it really moved me because he thinks a lot of us.
Yeah.
He thinks a lot of me, and for him to take the time, and I could tell he wasn't reading the lyrics.
No.
For Tim to take the time to sit there and record that, I thought, damn,
yeah.
My songs aren't that easy, and he did it.
Yeah. Cheers, Blair.
So cheers to Blair and everybody else out there who likes what I've done over the past 40 years. I know there's all kinds of people that cover my music. I see it every day on YouTube. It means a lot to me, and you mean a lot to me, Blair. So thank you so much for all of that. And that's our Capo Corner.
That's it.
That's a cool Capo Corner.
Road to Capos. Yep.
We're out of Capos. Here's the Pig. Here's the Blair.
Cheers.
Here's the Chris. Here's the Ginger. Lovely Ginger's in the house.
How you doing over there?
Who has remained
Ginger?
virtually silent.
I'm good. Well, I've had no reason to interject yet.
Oh boy.
The mom hasn't had to calm us down yet.
Oh boy. That means that we're going to be in trouble later.
Yeah.
Well, that's up to you.
Oh!
Well, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, we are. First Kirshen
Goes
to...
It's a super chat. I think it's working.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Having problems with the buttons?
Yep. A super chat from Stephen Baker.
Stephen Baker.
Yeah, and let me guess, it's about the fact that he can't see the shirt that I have on.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Actually, he says, I hope Chris is wearing a shirt we can make fun of.
Yeah. I am wearing the shirt, but you're not going to see it.
Yeah, we're not going to show you because it's underneath this work.
The woodworking cover.
Yeah,
it's underneath
my shop jacket.
Yeah, he just was welding a camel to a piece of
buffalo.
rebar. Yeah, with a rebar.
Yeah.
With a rebar
Inside of a watermelon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's using that as a cannon.
Yeah.
To shoot.
This is my outerwear that I chose to come down.
Yeah.
Tonight in.
We're not even telling you what all he's doing in that.
Yeah.
That's top secret shit right there.
Yeah, you've got such a hard on to see my shirt that we figured, you know what?
Yeah.
You're not going to
But
see
you
it.
can see mine.
Yeah.
Keep on picking.
Yeah.
Keep on picking.
Yeah. So
Picking.
Sudsy
Picking.
Baker wanted to just, pour another couple cups of Epsom salts in there and cool your jets, okay?
Yeah, dry some Mr. Bubble in your friggin' bathwater. And,
Yeah. He's got Mr. Bubble in there, but it's not the
yeah,
the kind you're
it's not what I'm thinking about now.
Yeah, it smells like 3-day-old tacos.
Yeah, alrighty then.
Yeah.
That might be where the line
The
is.
bubbling lava of shame. Okay, next.
A super chat from Jasper North.
Jasper North.
Jasper.
Good to have you back.
It's preamp with a K&K. Phantom Power 87A works Fishman?
Oh, yeah. Fishman has Phantom Power.
Yeah. For
So
the
you're
80s.
golden.
Yeah.
You're golden. And Jack is standing with his nose right at the door. It might mean he needs to pee.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the Jack out.
Release the
Yeah,
Jack?
he's looking pretty, let me out
You're
the
looking
door.
serious, Jack.
Because my bladder's full. That kind of look on his face.
You're looking serious. You're awfully needy.
There we go.
Jack.
There we go. He's going to go
Getting
pee.
old.
You're awfully needy.
He's getting old. He'll be 10 years old in 12 days. 12 days. Born on Valentine's Day of all things.
Getting awfully needy over there.
Yeah, he's getting old.
Yeah.
He has to pee a
Chris,
lot.
can you come over and open up the door? I can't reach the knob.
Yeah, my leg is all stiff and
Yeah.
I can't walk good, so I'm
Yeah.
just gonna pee on the porch here.
Yeah,
if
I'm
that's
just
okay.
gonna pee on the steps so it can go
Yeah.
to ice and you can slip on it later.
Yeah, yeah, you can just
You
fall.
can thank me
You
later.
can just fall to your death, like I wish would
can have
happen
a-
weeks ago. I've been trying to kill you for a year.
You can fall to your gory death on the rocks below.
Yeah, you can just
I don't think
die
Jack
your
has such
Steve.
dark thoughts.
You just die your Stephen King death right here at the bottom of the stairs with your head smashed through the banister and ghosts shooting out of your ass.
Say hello to my little friend.
That's right, my little furry Q-tip friend.
Yeah, I don't.
My-
Oh, I think he's at the door.
Next.
I think he's back.
Jack?
Already?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he peed on the steps.
I heard a little
Yeah,
tap at
he's-
the door.
A walnut.
Yeah, poor little guy. He's lame in his back leg too.
Hi,
so-
Jackie.
No, it's not here.
No, he's not there. All right. Poor old
All
fella. He's getting kind of old.
All right.
Still love him though.
Well, we have a super chat from Mark Smith.
Mark Smith back again.
Just another shout out to the bridge pin swap out. Went from plastic to bone on an Alvarez and picked up at a pawn shop for $100. Sounds fantastic now. Going to be the new Campfire axe for sure. Thanks.
Wow.
Yes, and also for Christ's sake, I hate it when people say that. I'm sorry,
What?
but
Campfire
I
guitar?
hate that. That guitar is
Too nice.
way better than a Campfire guitar. If you're going to use it outside at a campfire, etc., please take care of it. It's not that guitar can last 50 years, and every year it survives, it will sound better and better and better. If you're going to use a Campfire guitar, buy a Denver, buy a whatever, like buy a $100 guitar.
Yeah.
Don't abuse that instrument just because it's an Alvarez. Like, take care of it. I mean, most guitars, as I and every other bluegrass player knows full well, a good guitar can withstand being played outside at night, freezing cold, super high humidity, go to on stage at noon
Right.
with an 80 degrees sun.
Yeah.
Good guitars can withstand that. So that guitar there will withstand being a campfire guitar.
Yeah.
But
God's
don't
sakes, take it inside.
take care of it.
Yeah.
Don't leave it out in the dew. Like treat it like it. Give it the respect it deserves. It's a well-made guitar.
Yeah.
Don't, because that's what happened to a lot of the Yamahas that were built 50 years ago. Is that people went, well, this is $200 guitar, so who gives a shit what I do with it?
Yeah.
Well, now
It's not
those
a
red
$200
labels are
guitar.
worth thousands of dollars. And you never see one in pristine condition because people
Didn't take
abuse them.
Yeah.
And that's so sad because you go down a rabbit hole for an hour about why laminate guitars need respect,
Yeah.
right? If they're old enough, they age, they get better. They stay together better than a solid wood guitar a lot of times, right? So just pay attention. Don't
Good upgrade though.
Good
Get rid of
upgrade.
the plastic bags.
and
Yeah.
play the crap out of that thing.
Yeah.
But make sure you take care of it.
Next thing to do would be to get rid of the plastic nut and get a nice bone nut put on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tusk.
Yeah.
Tusk is what I use on that. Is a higher tech material. Probably work better with that type of wood, like if it's laminate. Yeah, I would go with Tusk because
They're great
it's
guitars, though.
indestructible, right? Indestructible.
That's
they
a
are
nice guitar.
fantastic guitars. Yeah, yeah. You'll get plenty of years out of.
next.
Another super chat from Jasper North.
Hey,
Jasper Nort.
long time no here.
Yeah, since 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes. JP, do you recommend listening to Advise Ralph Murphy?
What? Advise Ralph Murphy?
Is that a podcast?
I'm not sure.
I don't know what that is.
Advise Ralph Murphy. I'll make a note of that, Jasper, and we'll maybe take a look.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Sorry. There's a lot of things I don't know about. That's one of them. Next.
We have 2 super chats from Stephen Baker.
Oh boy. Here he goes.
Okay, Sudsy, what do you got?
Here he goes there, Sudsy. Rose Milk, the Rose Milk Kid.
The rose milk Billy.
Well, the first one's a real one.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Can you talk a bit about the difference between slotted headstock and solid, and the tuner differences? Thanks.
Yeah, for 2 hours.
Well, how about 5 minutes?
I don't even know what the difference is between them, except I find that slotted headstock guitars have a different tone.
Gentler tone.
They do.
Yeah.
But also a more resonant tone.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's less wood in the neck.
Yeah.
And the way the strings come off the nut at the angle they come off changes the tension, I believe.
Well, they're breaking at a
they're breaking at a weird angle.
That's
right?
a much harder angle over
Yes.
the nut.
Which creates more instant tension at the nut and saddle.
I think the headstock is also more resonant because it's got less
wood.
There's
There's
wood
less
in it.
material in it.
And that does all translate to tone.
So yeah, that's about all I can say. I actually friggin' love slotted headstocks. That's why there's one on my signature model.
That's why there's one hanging beside you right now.
Yeah, and that's why gut string guitars are slotted headstocks.
Yeah.
Because it changes the break angle at the nut, and that's important. It does something to the resonance of the guitar and the tension of the strings and the like whether the string feels soft or not under your fingers, right? And I can't even put my finger on it, and I have no idea what the technicality of all of that is. I just know what I like, and I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like a slotted headstock. They're a bitch to string. If you don't know exactly how to do it, which I was taught how to do it by Robin Boucher, who taught me exactly how to do it, so that your strings never slip. Mm-hmm. If you don't know how to do that, that becomes a problem.
It's a little more complex
It
than
is
a normal machine head.
but not that complex.
No, but
it's a surprise how it's done.
Yeah.
And I can tell you how it's done, but I don't know if I can explain it enough so you actually know. But I'll tell you this much. So when you put your string through the spindle, and the end of the string comes around the first time, you put it on the inside of the string, the part you're holding, and let it go by, right? The next time it comes up, you make it come on the other side of the string. So there's only one wind holding it. So there's 3 winds on the left of it, 1 wind on the right of it. It will never ever stretch.
It won't slip. It won't, and it won't break.
Yes, even the unwound strings, it works. And I was not doing that. I was just putting in there, basically, where all the winds are on one side of the end coming out of the hole.
Yeah.
So you have to have 1 wind, only, just one, that goes on the opposite side of that piece that's sticking out of the hole, spindle. And if you get that, the string will never, ever slip.
No.
I've had G strings especially. I don't know why that is, but G strings just slip. Yeah, no, but they slip. They slip to the point where they come right out of the hole. They come out of the guitar.
Well,
in the middle of a show.
You can't get enough tension on until you lock that string with that one on one side, one on the other. You can't get enough tension on it to.
But
hold
it's
it
also about. I really hate this idea of Z-locking and tying knots. That shit's poison for strings. All it does is create about 6 other angles.
Yeah, it breaks strings.
That you don't need.
It does. It breaks strings.
And people that do it on regular headstocks, it's the same thing. You do not need to tie a knot.
No.
in the string over the thing and under the deal, and you bend it before you even tighten it.
3 to 4 reps. That's all you need.
That's it. You just put it through the hole and turn it till it's get in tune, and you hold it above the guitar about 4 inches. That's the length of string you need to put in. And same thing with slotted headstock, 4 inches.
Yep.
You pull it up from the top of the guitar. That's all you need. 1 or 2 winds, 3 maximum. And any more than that, and you're putting pressure and corners on the string you don't need.
Yep.
And the more you have, the easier they break.
Yep.
And I think it affects the tone as well.
It's an easy mistake, and it's kind of a good subject to talk about, because 90% of guitar players out there change their strings once or twice a year, if that.
That's true.
So they never change strings.
That is true.
Guys like me who have, worked for years
as a
on
tech,
the road
every
as
night.
a guitar tech, changing 4 and 6 instruments a night, before every single show.
That's right.
You get pretty good at stringing instruments.
Yeah, and you know how to keep
stuff.
them from breaking.
Yeah.
And that's how it's done.
Yeah, but good questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His second super chat, he sent a little bit to buy Chris a sippy cup.
Wow.
Actually, I'm the one who spilled the beer, not him.
Yeah.
He just spilled it on Chris.
He's drinking something else.
Yeah, I think your rose water might be leaking in somewhere there and affecting your,
I'm enjoying
your brains.
I'm enjoying the Macallan 12 right now.
It smells delicious from over here.
And indeed, people have said string theory appears about sitting around getting drunk. Apparently, that's why we actually do the show.
That's loud.
I think they're mistaken. He's enjoying that right now.
I was just enjoying it right now.
Next.
Super chat from Nigel Gotro.
Nigel Gotro, back again.
Just wrapped up my first lesson with Jake Workman, and I didn't wet my pants, boys.
Good boy on yourself.
We're wetting our pants
JP,
right
I know
now.
you've talked a lot about acoustic amps in the past, but wondering your thoughts on AER amps. Preference?
I actually answered this question last week. Let me just suffice to say that AER is a pretty sounding amp, and that's where it ends. I've used them. They sound beautiful, but they don't have any penetration on stage. They don't throw enough for me. And it's not the volume and the power and all that stuff about the amp. It's because the tonal profile of what they put out doesn't come out of the amp. It's missing frequencies that get the sound 10 feet out of the amp.
It doesn't penetrate.
As opposed to 4 feet, right? Fishman, Laney, I think DV Mark will be the same.
Yeah.
They have frequencies that are popped to fit acoustic guitar
in a live setting.
Yeah. That will push out.
It's like the Vox AC30.
Right.
That's the Fishman. It's the Vox
it
AC30
is. It's like, so
amps.
AER, for the money, the AER 60 watt, I think, is like $3,400 Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's not worth it.
But
I can go buy a Fishman Artist Pro,
Mm-hmm.
or sorry, Fishman Loudbox Artist.
Yeah.
The Pro is the big one, which is only $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
My one is $800.
Yeah.
And the Laney is $800.
Yeah.
$900, right? There's no comparison, because you're not getting, the AER is not delivering the penetrative power.
Great if
right?
you're listening to it, and great in the studio,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
if you're going to mic it in the
Yes,
studio.
yeah.
It's dynamite, but it's not a working man's amp. It's not a road amp.
It's not.
No.
And Tommy Emmanuel uses one
Mm-hmm.
on the road forever. Like, he has his own signature
He
model
probably
AER.
uses about 3 of them.
He uses one.
Yeah.
They have a Tommy Emmanuel artist model, but it's the same. It's what I'm saying. Like I don't remember being that pleased with the signal the sound guy was getting.
Mm-hmm.
It has an XLR out post EQ.
Right.
I think. I'm pretty sure it did. But I don't think I was that happy with it because sound guys weren't happy with it.
Right.
When I send that on my Fishman, the sound guy always goes, "Whoa!"
But your Fishman also does have a Jensen transformer, fully balanced, isolated output through a good transformer. Like it's
post EQ,
post EQ,
and post effects, post everything.
Yeah, post everything.
The Laney same way.
Yeah.
You can actually set that to be post or pre. So if you want the dry signal with nothing going on, you can send it out, or you flip the switch and he gets everything that comes out of that speaker.
Yeah.
Which is what I want. When I'm on stage, I want the sound guy to receive exactly what I'm hearing out of my speaker. That way he knows, if he sets his channel flat, for the most part, he's going to get a general idea exactly kind of what I want my guitar to sound like. That's what he's getting. He's like, okay, so I have to trim the bottom here because of the room, and I have to do this because of the room. But okay, there it is. And then he goes up to the edge of the stage. He hears the amp. He comes back. He goes, "Yeah, this is easy." Boom.
Yeah.
Part of the job is done before he.
What we're trying to do is as a sound guy doing a live application is I know what you want to sound like because A, I know you, and B, I know all the CDs. I know all the material. So when I go to the desk and listen to the guitar and a pair of cans, am I getting that signal, and then is it translating in the PA? And then it's my job to tweak it up with the EQ at front of house to make sure that I'm translating the way he wants to come over. It's not the way I want you to come over. Right. It's the way you want to come over.
And that's the control that a good amp gives you.
Yeah.
And I have
makes it easier.
And yes, and I have to say that K&K is the other part of that equation.
Yeah.
Because K&Ks are completely unforgiving. They just they pull out the exact sound of the guitar and put it in the amp, and that's what you want. I don't want my guitar to be thinner, fatter, rounder, blacker, browner, purpler, whatever the hell. I want it to sound like the guitar sounds in front of this microphone, and K&K does that. So the signal that goes to the amp is what I'm hearing in my ears without any reinforcement at all. And therefore, the sound man, yourself, you're here, you know what my guitars sound like acoustically.
Yeah.
You can go, boom, there it is, right? So it's like, I don't know, it's a simple equation, and one that I think a lot of people overcomplicate. They want onboard preamps. They want onboard EQs. They want a battery pack. They want this. They want that. You don't want any of that shit. What you want is for your guitar to sound like it's being played through this microphone. That's it. That's the key. If you can get your guitar to sound like that, then you're laughing.
Yeah.
Because you can be an orchestra if your guitar is that large, without mud, without feedback, and that's what Fishman, Laney, DV Mark, I believe, does it too. The ones that we've seen in the store, they get it. Because they're a bass amp company, right? They get the idea of, what the musician is hearing.
The Laney and the DV Mark, I find if
they're
there was
warm.
a word for it, it's hi-fi.
Yes.
Whereas the Fishman is a transparent amp to the instrument.
Right.
The DV Mark and the Laney are a bit more hi-fi. They've got a little color, but it's
And all three of these amps are at $1,000 or below.
Yeah.
So I would not spend money on an AER or a Schertler or there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
That are coming out now that they're really expensive, and they sound fantastic.
If you're looking for toys, that's the way to go.
They sound fantastic, but they're not going to make you happy on stage.
No,
they're not. I'm afraid that's my opinion. I've used them. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I just always, whenever I use something else, I always regret it.
Gravitate back.
I want, where's my Fishman? Yeah. That's the one that sounds the truest.
Yeah.
Right? So there you go. Sorry. Good. Next.
Another super chat from Stephen Baker.
Sudsy again.
Stephen Becker.
Well, he must be getting pretty wizened and wrinkled.
Yeah, he's getting all really. Yeah, he's highly pruned.
Yeah, he's probably got some dishpan ass on him right now.
Palm olive.
Yeah.
Oh, you're soaking in it.
Yeah.
And you're soaking in it right now. Soaking in a tepid pool of your own filth, aren't you,
Yes,
Stephen?
yes, he is.
Oh dear.
Next.
Tepid pool.
Of your own filth.
He says, "Can we get a shout out for Close Guitars being a great durable campfire guitar?"
Absolutely. See, Close is another story because they are indeed indestructible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that one will take the dew.
Oh yeah, this one here, you could literally submerge this guitar underwater, and it would still sound exactly the same when it came out. Holy crap! Like it's still in tune. It's been hanging here for days.
That guitar is creepy.
It's
So you would not know it's a carbon fiber
you'd
guitar.
never know.
Yeah.
You'd never know if you played this thing over a microphone,
Blindfolded.
to people blindfolded.
Yeah.
They'd think it was a vintage Martin.
Yeah. It's
Got that tight, dead thing.
It sounds
right?
like a wooden guitar.
It does. It's friggin' wicked. This thing.
It is so weird.
I love my buddies at Close.
Yeah.
They're
And
setting up-
that's the perfect campfire guitar because
It
it's
is.
small.
Yes, and it comes apart.
Yeah.
And even the small travel size one is loud as hell.
Yeah.
You could play that at a campfire all day and all night. Yeah, it's just I love that the technology, right? You guys all know that I endorse multiple companies, and the reason I do is because of the technology, right? You've got Robin, who is building stuff by hand with his hands, with hand tools.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're doing. You got Gallagher, you've got James Martin, you've got these guys who are one bench
Artisans.
luthier artisans, right? Well, then you got, the Alvarez and the Yeris and the Yamahas of the world, which are also one bench and also high end, high technology factory guitars that are not just built in an assembly line, but a line of benches staffed by luthiers, right? And then you've got the Recording Kings and the Orangewoods, and these are really, truly factory instruments that are being quality controlled outside the Orient, right? And I mean, damn, like there's so much technology making great instruments that we have to choose from. You can't hardly. It's like it's like grains of sand on the beach. It doesn't matter what you like or what you love or what you're looking for. There's something out there for every single guitar player to inspire you, to make you want to play more, to make you want to play better, to make you want to save your money to get that one thing you want.
There are
whatever
more
it might
snacks
be
on the shelf these days.
Yeah.
There's a snack for everybody. Isn't
Yeah.
there?
Guitar World has become the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Like the candy rack.
Jeez,
is
where'd
filled.
all your beer go,
It
JD?
probably went into right past my glottis.
Yeah.
And most
I
of
know
the
where
Put it on
some
his
of
lap
it,
a little
I know
bit.
where some of it went.
Yes, but I can't get any of that back.
Yeah, do you need another sip of beer there?
Yes.
You a great big spilly drinker, you.
Just for that, I'm going to leave you while I get another beer.
All right.
You're leaving me right now. Connects, Ginger.
All right, well, Chris can field this one. A super chat from Jamie Reed.
Hey, Jamie. Happy Wednesday, brother.
Hey guys, was watching you two install the K&K at Chris's shed on the Recording King. Please make more of them videos from Bonnie, Scotland.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Well, we probably won't because the installation of the K. No, we won't because the K and K
it goes in the
installation.
same every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you
There's-
make? Were you going to make like a jig and show how that was done?
Yep. But
There's,
you know what?
there's no difference.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That makes it even easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same way every time. So that's the beauty of K&K.
Well, we did 2 of them this week.
Maybe just some
Same
more
afternoon,
Yes,
didn't we?
Yes. And we did have there's a malfunction in one.
Yep.
Occasionally they have a bad sensor.
Yep.
1 out of 5,000, which is,
And we got it.
And
Thank
we
God.
got it. But they're going to fix it for us. I'm going to call them up and let them
Yeah.
know. They don't know yet. But they probably know now as they're watching, maybe. But occasionally they get one
The nice
through.
thing is it'll be an easy fix.
That's right. They'll send the new one up, and we'll take that one out.
Yeah.
There's a solvent you can use to remove the glue.
Yep.
Done. And it's that simple. That's one of the reasons that I only use K&K, because I've watched Chris put one in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's no battery, there's no drilling holes, there's none of this bullshit, and the guitar sounds friggin' awesome. Sounds just like I want it to
We
sound.
brought those 2 guitars here, and
Yep.
we tested both of them last week.
I put a K&K in the Dragon.
Yep.
The Honduran 60, the Yeri.
Yeah.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, it's just unbelievable.
Great guitar inside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Clean. You could eat your lunch in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. A family of 6 could live in
That
there.
way, way better than any Gibson I've ever been inside.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Especially when you're going in to put a pickup system.
Sorry, Gibson.
We do love Epiphones.
Yes.
I love them.
We're loving them right now.
I love them all the time. But we still love Gibson because they make Epiphone. Okay, sorry.
Thanks, guys.
All right then.
Get next.
A super chat from Bram Avery.
Hi, Bram.
Hey.
JP, after many years of playing and writing, would you say that your approach to playing new songs or revisiting older ones has changed at all?
Well, that's kind of a hard question.
That's a good question.
That's a good one.
If we're talking about my own songs, I know a surprisingly low number of my own songs. That's true.
You know your hits.
I've written
He knows his
300
hits.
songs,
Yeah.
and I probably only know about 10 of them.
Yeah.
It's the truth. And
You know a million songs, but
Yeah,
like
and
10 of
and
your own on stage.
yeah, and sometimes I hear my old albums and go, "Damn, I should be doing that live."
Yeah.
But I don't ever do it. I don't ever learn it. I don't ever commit it to memory. And there's some of those songs that I don't do live that I would like to learn and do live, and I would not do them like the albums. Because I've changed. I've changed as a singer and a player and a performer, and I would do a lot of things differently because I made certain records with this kind of tacit understanding that I was possibly playing for musicians to hear, to listen, right? Found out over years that musicians didn't give a shit. It was the people that loved the lyrics and the songs
And the
were,
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that changes the way I would present those songs today. But I don't do that because I just don't. I don't know why. I hear my own songs all the time and go, "Damn, I should have learned that song. That's a good song. Well, I should put that in the live show." But the other problem is time constraint. I've only got 90 minutes or maybe a little more during a concert. How many songs can you do? And part of my show is talking to the audience. I love talking to the audience, and they talk to me, and we do the thing, blah blah blah. There's a balance between just driving song after song after song, and then stopping to connect with them. And if I don't do that, then I think the show suffers.
Would you know what I mean if I said that generally I find that artists as they get older, they slow down in their tempo and they get lower because they can't hit the notes anymore. Yeah. I remember a period you went through where you actually slowed down and you did that, and then that left you. It's like you regressed in years with your live performance in a good way because you were energetic again and you were more on it.
Probably when I started playing alone,
Could be.
Because when you're alone, you can do whatever you want. So I played as fast as I could play comfortably.
Yeah.
Which was pretty fucking fast.
Yeah.
And so it was just like instrumentals really shone when I was alone, and it still do today because I'm still alone today. But I think the other side of it is when you're all by yourself and you're singing your own songs, you're trying to tell a story, you take more room, more time and more room, right, to get the story out. And that's important. And that's why I'm still touring after all these years, because when I get on stage, I really only care about telling the story. And part of it is talking to them beforehand or just after or whatever. And then I live inside that 4 minutes and just let it happen.
Yeah.
Right? And you can't do that with a band, and you can't do that when you have expectations of yourself to do something that's unrealistic. Right? I'm all alone, and I'm getting old. I am getting older, and I don't play the same and sing the same as I did. I think I'm a stronger singer than I ever was, but maybe not so much a guitar player anymore. I don't have youth on my side anymore. When I was 20 years old, I was
on fire.
Ridiculous, right? But I have it's like the old joke about the two bulls, right? Let's go down and make love to one of those cows. And the old fellow says, well, let's walk down.
Slow down. Let's
right?
walk down.
Walk down, make love to them all, right? That's the deal. That's what happens. So you pace yourself differently, and you end up actually getting more out of yourself that way than trying to go, bah, and just exploding for minutes at a time during the show. Don't bother with that. Just do what you can do, and do it well.
I know artists that I've worked with that are jealous of you for the fact that you don't play with a full band, and they do, and we go out and tour, and it's the same show every night because it's a machine. It's a money-making machine. You're there to please the audience and stuff, but there's so many mouths to feed, and there's so many moving pieces. It's the same show every night because the production demands that, and the schedule demands that, and your shows can be so personal, and
tailored to the audience,
and agile.
That
there's more.
Yeah, that's a great word.
There's more. Often
exactly
there's more
what
energy in a show like that.
That's a great word, agile. That's exactly what it is. It's like when I walk on stage, I can just look at the audience and figure out almost immediately what's going to happen. And then then it's up to me to pull that out of myself. They want, right?
And you can do anything you want. They can say, "Hey, JP, play Penny Hearts," and you can go,
"No, I don't remember it." Next.
But also, at the same time as that happens, which that's what we're talking about, and I get requests for those songs all the time. I don't remember them. I don't remember them, and I should put them in the show, but I just can't count the number of times that I've sat on stage and the crowd got really quiet, and I would just sit there with the guitar, and I'd start daydreaming on the guitar, right? Fucking magic.
Well, because they don't know where you're going.
And neither do I.
Right. And that's the thing, right?
And I'm just sitting there, and I'm just doing this thing, and their audience, and I can just feel them leaning closer and closer and closer and closer. And the more they do that, the more of myself I pour into it, right? And the guitar becomes a living thing. Like that's something I was never afforded when I was dealing with a trio or even a duo. I wasn't allowed that because you can't step outside the formulation that you've built with your friend and your co-player.
You're part of a machine then.
Yeah, you can't let them down. So if I wanted to step out in left field, I'd be leaving them behind to hurt their feelings and do the. It's true, right? When people rehearse and care enough to play your show, like Emily Dingwall and Bill Elliott and the people that have worked with me, that they have spent hours of their time, days sometimes, perfecting how to back me up. If I step outside of that and leave them in the lurch, it's hurtful.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't care about you. I'm paying you, but fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do my own thing. But that's no good, right? So being alone on stage frees you from all of that concern for your other players.
Mm-hmm.
And now, mind you, I miss collaboration. I miss having a band. I told Ginger not 2 or 3 weeks ago, I've got an urge to start a unit again for the magic of creating something with 2 other players that I hadn't done before. And that's the only way you can do that, is with other players. To create something brand new, you have to have other ideas and other interpretations of what you're doing. Even if I'm doing songs that I've been performing for 25 years, 2 other guys
They will challenge
They
you.
will challenge me.
Yeah.
Because they have another
Interpretation
exactly.
of it. Yeah.
So I told her, I said, man, I'm thinking I should start a trio or something. Something has to happen to get me back to think my wheels turning again, right? Because some you get stuck in your own way.
Yeah.
You do. And yeah. So anyhow, that was a
Great question.
massively rabbit hole question. But
It's all good.
I also have to, at this point right now, I got to just say a quick hello to a buddy of mine down in Tennessee who goes by the handle the Aries Experiment. Him and I have been talking most of the day today. He's been watching a lot of our videos, and he's a death metal guitar player, a really good one. And we've had some the parallels in our lives that are terrifying. His first teacher was actually Steve Kaufman, the bluegrass player, and I've taught at that camp, and on that goes. He's been watching the Life and Music videos, and we actually started out in a bit of an argument. And I until I told him, I said, man, I'm actually a metalhead. My first live concert was Iron Maiden. My favorite guitar players when I was a teenager was Yngwie Malmsteen and Steve Vai and Joe Satriani and Randy Rhoads. And when that all came out, he was like, holy shit. And then we started to, so I want to say a big hello to him. I don't know if he's watching tonight down in Tennessee, but they had a very successful band apparently down there. That was part of the discussion we had, was how you can make money in a non-commercial setting in this business.
Yeah.
A really good living. They did. I did. We talked about that. And it's, I guess, part of that rabbit hole, right, is doing what you want to do and believe in yourself. And that's what makes your show good.
Because he may be a death metal guitarist.
Yes.
But he's just another folk musician.
That's right.
Right? And I learned that
That's
lesson.
true.
I learned that lesson years ago.
That's true.
And it's from having a folk history myself, of working a great deal in that genre and seeing the collaborations. It erases all the musical lines.
Yep.
And it's when you see musicians from all these different genres come together and jam together, and the magic that creates, and you begin to put together those influences, you realize, like, oh, everything is folk music. And
That's
people
right.
ask me, like, well, what style of music is that? It's folk. Well,
Yeah.
no, it's not. It's like, yeah, it's
Yep.
folk. Everything is folk music.
Listen, you listen to Rod Stewart singing Maggie May.
It's folk music.
It's folk music.
Yeah.
It's a guy on a 12-string, guy
Yeah.
on a mandolin, guy on a really crappy P bass.
Yeah.
It's a fucking folk band, right?
Yeah.
Chris de Burgh, one of the biggest pop acts of all time. He's a 12-string guitar player, folk songwriter. Don't Pay the Ferryman.
Yep.
That's a folk song.
You listen
It
to
just
any
happens
song
to
on
be,
the radio, and you can pick out folk
Exactly.
elements to it.
And that is, I'm getting goosebumps, because this is what we're talking. This is the whole purpose of this channel, is to show the parallel in all music, because there is one.
Yeah, there is.
It doesn't matter. Like, when I used to listen to Yngwie Malmsteen, I used to just freak when he played acoustic guitar. When he played classical guitar or his Ovation 6-string, and he did that shredding on that acoustic guitar, I just thought, well, damn. that's what I want to do. And I did.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned how to play stuff like The Mathematician, Haslam's Cattle, like all of the crazy cheating up and down the neck, Blue Angel, all that bullshit. I learned from a shredder.
Yeah.
Because he would do it and I'd say, man, if that guy ever joined a bluegrass band, he'd
Be
kill.
wicked. Yeah.
Also, Jeff Healey. The last thing he was doing before he passed away was playing flat top guitar in a bluegrass band.
Yep.
The last time
he did jazz.
Yeah.
He did everything.
the last time that I ever talked to him, and I didn't get a chance to talk to him directly, he was sending messages to me through Chris Quinn and some other people at U's Room. He wanted me to do a project with his bluegrass band. He was like, JP, you got to come up and I play here every so many weeks with my crew, right? But
Yeah.
they were doing bluegrass. Him shredding a Martin, a D28 Martin.
Yeah.
And I thought, holy shit, like this is classic. This is what it's all about. That guy is a blues guitar player, but is he really? Right? And the same thing is said about me. That guy's a Celtic guitar player. Oh, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
He just played Tony Rice. Oh, wait a second now. He's playing Chet Atkins. Oh, wait, he's playing Django.
No, he's a folk musician.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah, he's a folk musician.
Or even below that, I'm a guitar player.
Right.
Guitar players are interchangeable. To be a student of the guitar is the ultimate acquisition when you're learning to play, is to just become a student of the instruments. The instrument itself can make you look like a bigger idiot than any teacher can ever do, or any player you admire can ever do. The guitar itself can make you feel like a moron. And that's why you need to keep your hands on it all the time, to learn as much as you can, to experiment as much as you can, to hear all different kinds of music, to try all different kinds of music. That's the key. People think, oh, if I just learn this one lick and this one phrase, I'm a guitar player. No, you're not. You're not a guitar player until you've completely been made a fool of by the guitar. That's when you know, okay, well, I've tried 17 things and failed at 11 of them, but I get 6. I'm going to try the other 11 till I get it. That's how it works, right? And that's what all these great players, they're all the same.
We got to go watch your buddy online, your metal buddy.
Yeah.
I want to see.
He is online.
I want to see some of that.
Yeah. The Aries experiment. I don't know if he has. He's got one really cool video online where he does a sort of a tribute thing, and his tone and timing and playing is impeccable. You don't see his face; you just see his guitar, and the guy is like, you can tell that he really studied it, and his technique is acoustic guitar technique, but he uses it on electric. You can tell that he came from that school of just loving all guitar.
It's all music, and when you realize it's, no matter what it is, it's all music. That's what struck me about Blair.
Right.
He's a folk musician, and he was just giving it from the heart.
Yeah. And he probably covers all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the other videos on his channel, but he's a guy that does it because he loves it.
Yeah.
You know, he's not out in the road.
No.
He's not charging ticket price. He's not doing. He does it because he loves it. He's a student of the craft.
Well,
right?
you could hear the honesty
In what he does.
In what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and I have to give it to him.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys would sit in the corner and hide it under the bushel and not bother showing anybody what they do. He does that.
That's why I love hearing new up and coming musicians.
Yeah.
Right? And like timid and maybe not so confident, but it's like, bring it.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Because a lot of people aren't.
Yeah, but
They
bring
have it,
It's
but they
music.
don't bring it at all.
Yeah, like
right?
I'm seeing something great because I'm seeing it before other people get to see it.
That's right.
Yeah. That's a good rabbit hole.
It was a great rabbit hole.
Next.
Super chat from Neil Hudson.
Hi, Neil.
Have you ever worked with Ryan's Fancy from Newfoundland?
Have you ever been loaded with Ryan's Fancy from Newfoundland?
You would know. I know Dennis.
Yeah, I know Dennis. I know Dennis's wife.
Let's just leave
Not
it
in a
at
bad
that.
way. Not in
a bad way. No.
Yeah, no.
No,
No,
but
Muriel.
they were incredible.
Yeah, they are.
Let me say one thing. My first live gig away from home at the age of 14 was at a bar in Montague, PEI, owned by Dennis Ryan, called the Lobster Shanty. Mm-hmm. That's the first place that I ever played in a band away from home.
Yeah.
Grassfire. A four-piece bluegrass band. That was the first away from home. It was so long ago that we crossed the ferry. Everyone was wearing Montreal Canadiens jerseys because they just won the cup. Mm-hmm. I think it was in '86 that happened.
Yeah.
And he owned it. And the life preservers hung all over the walls. Said Lobster Shanty and Ryan's Fancy on the bottom. So, yeah. And Dennis Ryan also was the MC of a show. Can't remember the name of it. Might have been Up on the Roof. Might have been one of those things that I did with Jerry Holland in the mid-'90s, before anybody even knew who I was. And he was uber kind to me then, and over the years has said some really nice things about me and about... He's just a great supporter of the music. So, yeah, I don't... He's
someone to be proud of in our community.
He is. Yeah. So, God love him.
Nice.
God love him.
Another super chat from Stephen Baker.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Is he still above water?
I think so. It's referencing a previous
How about some milk? Go ahead.
So this is referencing a previous tangent. I'm sure you'll remember.
Oh, here we go.
He says, I also hate when my G-strings come out of the hole. Oh dear.
Ginger, is your filter not working tonight?
I'm very tired today. No.
Just make up his question, okay?
Let's get the last few super chats, because we are drawing the last two names. Next week, next Wednesday night.
I got some work to do.
Is the huge draw.
How big is it?
It's bigger than you ever seen.
How big?
It's bigger than elephant ass.
Is it large?
Yeah, larger than elephant ass. Is there a dog puking over in the corner there?
No, they're just
okay.
They're
Next,
just grunting and farting.
Super chats galore. Bring them.
Super chat from DanTube1.
DanTube1.
Did Dakota make a new arc for Yogi? The one you installed in the video fit Yogi well, but looked off for your playing position.
Yeah, he's making. Yeah, he did. It's all good.
Yeah, 'cause that was one he made for a different guitar, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
He made it for a Boucher, but not for me.
You. Yeah.
Right. My physicality is different. So yeah.
You a bigger boy.
Yeah, I'm a bigger boy. You
like
don't eat anymore. Yeah, you flea
now. You
willy.
stuff emery. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a vegetable.
We're all gonna get crucified here. Sorry. Okay,
right.
Go ahead.
Another super chat from Stephen Baker.
Stephen Baker.
Wow.
He says it's not a joke. So do with it what you will. He says the Baker household received 2 Bohrans today. What's the best way to hang them on the wall?
With a steak
lead
knife.
bolt.
With a steak knife that's on fire.
Yeah. A red hot poker.
Yeah, a flaming arrow shot by a Cherokee Indian.
A tree with a tree shredder.
That's right. Some really good shot from the First Nations in the U.S., like an Apache or one of those guys that are just deadly shots.
I find they stick well if you use a Gatling gun.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you just take them outside and put them through a tree shredder, and turn them into a paste, you can actually use them as stucco. Next.
I would say that's not very helpful, but I can't imagine he expected anything different.
Sorry to my First Nations friends, but we really need you to get rid of the Boron players. Love you. Nogama.
Super chat from Colin Dolan.
Colin Dolan.
Would you recommend Aston Spirit mic for home studio?
Anything by Aston, yes.
Great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Aston Origin is my favorite, though.
Yeah.
And they're under $300, so what are you going to do?
And it's bulletproof.
Yeah. We dropped this thing a couple weeks ago. Hard. So hard it bent the fitting.
Yeah.
Still works like a charm.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We're enjoying it right now.
$250 Canadian.
It still sounds velvety smooth, doesn't it?
Velvety smooth, just like our dulcet tones.
Silky highs and woolen lows.
Wool and lows.
One.
Okay, next.
Super chat from Jasper North.
Hey, Jasper.
Jasper North.
Any thoughts on the K&K mini preamp?
I love K&K.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of their preamps. And
Goose. We.
what?
We Goose. We. are
We.
Not a fan.
We.
Yeah. We.
Yeah. And it's not that they're bad.
No.
It's just that I would prefer to I would prefer to hear the K&K through a good amp or a powered DI or something like that.
And you and I are very spoiled
Yes.
with like
Yeah.
Uber Ultra Pro
Yeah.
road gear.
Sorry. So K&K make a good preamp and
Yep.
they make a good blender. But for me personally, I would rather have my stuff going into hardwired amplifier, boom, 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 right,
Yep.
and just be done with it. The whole beauty of K&K is that they don't require a preamp. Period. They come out of the. We tested it. We measured it on the oscilloscope.
Yeah.
How hot a K&K was. It was goddamn near as hot
It's
as a
line
9-volt
level.
powered
Yeah,
Fishman.
It's line level.
It's line level.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have any problem with a K&K going into a DI, especially a powered DI. It's all there is to it.
We
You
did.
don't need the preamp.
We-
It doesn't make it any
Yeah.
sweeter, doesn't make it any warmer. It sounds like the guitar
The one
sounds,
we used
right?
and installed, we just did some things with it, and we're
Yeah.
happy with it.
Yeah, we made
We
some
got
we
there.
made some changes to the preamp we used, but I mean it's not that the preamp was bad. It's
No.
just that it just. I guess what the problem is that most pickup systems, when they have a preamp, it's designed to be at the end pin or sticking in the side of the guitar.
And this was a box in the middle.
Yes, K&K doesn't believe in putting that stuff inside the guitar, which is fantastic.
Yep.
They want it external. I don't want that.
No.
I don't want any company to give me an external preamp.
No.
It's just an extra step I don't need.
But that's a road mentality.
It is.
and a working musician mentality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It may work fabulous for you because they know what they're doing. Their circuitry is fabulous.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. He's had it all apart. They know what they're doing. But for me personally, as a traveling road musician, I don't want that extra box in my way.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't care who makes the pickup.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Anyhow, love K&K. Love them. Next.
Super chat from Joe McGraw.
Joe McGraw.
Hey, Joe.
Did you ever meet Rick Hall of Fame Music in Muscle Shoals when you lived in Alabama?
No, I didn't, and I wish I had have. Never even went to that studio. I wish I had have, but I didn't. I did know Jeff Cook from Alabama, the band, and he'd been there, obviously, multiple times. And no, I never met those guys. So, okay, next.
Super chat from Cam.
Clam disaster.
There's Clam.
Clammy hands disaster.
Yeah, wondering where you were hiding.
He says, "Hi, Ginger." Long pause.
Oh, I see
And
how
hi
it is.
to the other two fellas.
Hey,
Hope
Cam.
all as well.
Fuck you. All right,
Friends forever.
BFFs, Clam.
Good.
bastard. Hitting on my wife
on
live on YouTube.
Hey, Clam, come on over. We'll have another barbecue and a
Yeah,
campfire.
I bet you that beard will hold a lot of wasabi. Okay, next. And other things.
Dear. We have a super chat from Larry Reindress.
Larry Reindress. Love you, brother. I get your emails today, man. Love
Hey,
you.
Larry.
Love you, buddy. What you got?
Jack is crawling up on my lap and he's making this difficult. What style guitar would be best for finger picking with no picks?
Well, I would think a small body.
Yeah.
OM or parlor.
Yeah.
Triple O, double O, parlor. Like
With a cedar top.
Yes. Something small,
Mm-hmm.
cedar top. Or also any gut string guitar.
Yeah.
Works really well with no picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that, I would think. Okay, next.
Super chat from Ted Whitmore.
Ted Whitmore, at a boy.
Yes, just played tribute to Neil because Joe Rogan. And yes, I do cook for my doggies' supper. This week's shout out, best musical Netflix goes to Sparks. Cheerio.
Nice. Love you, brother. Thanks for
Yeah,
chatting.
Joe got a little shit on his boot, didn't he?
Yeah, I did. That's all
A
right.
little bit.
Way to go, Joni
Poor
and
old
Neil.
Rogie.
We have a super chat from Bernie Stooley.
Bernice, how you doing, buddy?
She is.
Love you, man. Love you, love you, love you.
She says, very interesting discussions this evening.
There has been.
I think she's actually serious and not sarcastic.
Cool.
We're too serious.
She's not. No, she's.
No, I think she's serious.
She's
and
being
not
serious.
sarcastic.
We're not too serious tonight, are we?
Yeah, but we're enjoying some Macallan.
I'm enjoying my mango bubbly right now.
Yeah, you're a pathetic water drinker, you bastard.
Next.
Super chat from Michael Easter.
Michael
Hey,
Easter.
Michael, how's things in PE1?
Dear. PE1.
And where are you hiding? Where are you hiding Gallant? Did you bury him in a snowbank or what?
He's. I've seen him. He
Oh,
was here.
get on.
Yeah, Monsieur Gallon. He's been quiet tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was here earlier. I don't know where he went.
I had some of the hot sauce the other night there, Michael. By the way,
I had some today and a ham sandwich.
Yeah, we had fajitas, and I had
Fajitas?
half a bottle.
Did you have
Fajitas.
some fajitas?
Yeah, we had some fajitas.
Nice.
Nice. He says, I heard there's a Valentine's Day sale on G-strings at Thong and McQuaid.
Thong and McQuaid. Thong and McQuaid.
Peace and love from
Nicely
PI.
Nicely done.
I,
You're my new hero.
Nice line.
Thong and
Nice.
McQuaid.
Thong and McQuaid. Valentine's sale.
Thong and McQuaid.
Oh,
Available
dear.
in brown and tan.
Yes. Bronze and not so bronze.
That's why I got you that thing for your birthday.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't
Don't
want
even
to
go
know.
there.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. Connect.
Next.
Connect.
Super chat from Stephen Baker.
Stephen Baker.
He says, filling out tonight's budget. I have never before paid money to be abused, and I love every minute of it. Love you, folks.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too. Connect.
That's it for super chats.
All right. Here we go. Here comes the question. The question
The
is.
last question.
The question is. This is the question that will give us 2 more entrants.
Up to 50.
We will have 50 people tonight. Next Wednesday night, we will be giving away
A container load.
almost $5,000 worth
Yeah.
of gear.
Damn.
Unbelievable.
Damn.
Damn. From G&G Music in Antigonish. Fantasy Music in Halifax.
Yeah.
Opry Music Store
Miramichi.
in Miramichi, our buddy Vince Mullen. And let's not forget Reed's Music in Mount Pearl, Newfoundland, that is about to embark on a really cool promotion with us with D'Addario. At the perfect time of year, we're gonna be featuring and reviewing D'Addario's Humidipacks.
And we're going to check the
And,
numbers twice.
We're going to be measuring.
Yeah.
We're going to be filming. We're going to be.
I might even make a spreadsheet.
It's going to be awesome.
Ooh, a spreadsheet.
Anyhow, here's the question.
Go with the Kirsten.
Our beloved Nashville piano player that we all lovingly called Pig Robbins. What was his given first name? Pig Robbins was. What was his first name?
That's easy. That's
He
too
got
easy.
It was an easy one.
It isn't that easy. He got the
Well, you
name.
said it at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
He got the name Pig because he was blind from a knife accident at the age of 3. And he would get incredibly dirty when he was at the school for the blind, and his teachers called him Pig. That's a little harsh, but it stuck his whole life.
Yeah.
When I met him, he said, "I'm Pig." That's how he introduced it, and he stuck his hand out.
Well, you answered Jerko now.
That's true. And other things. Yeah. Arsehole,
Yeah.
dick face,
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, fat boy, that's me. I get all of that. Hey, how you doing there, hernia lad? Hey,
Hernia lad.
hey, buddy. Hey, Jerko, pick a lot.
Jerko.
Yeah, that's me.
That's a good one.
Hey,
JP.
has been. Yeah, that's me. Hey, how you doing there?
Was it one time?
Yeah. Hey. Hey, no sales. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, hey.
Yeah,
hey,
like gunning. Hey, refund.
Yeah, hey. How you doing there?
Hey, CD refund.
Hey, no seats. What do you got there, buddy?
Jeez. Is that a good thing if there's no empty seats? I don't know.
No, there's no seats at all.
No seats.
They're so pissed off they walk in and take them away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we have winners?
Oh, many.
Okay, who's the first one?
Many. First one on my list is Jason Tremblay with Hargis.
Hargis Robbins was his name.
I don't think he's on
Jason Tremblay is our first winner.
49.
49. Jason,
Number 49.
send us an email at jpcormier38@gmail.com. jpcormier38@gmail.com.
What number was that?
That was number 49.
No, your email? 38?
38.
Okay.
That's how old I was when I started the account.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have socks that are not that old. Hey there.
Hey there.
Hey, has been Cormier. How you doing there?
You with
Hey.
your head in the sky.
Hey, almost hit. Why'd you come over and sit with us?
Hey, CD refund.
Hey, yeah. Hey,
Do you want to know who else won?
hey,
Okay.
hey, non-Juno prick, come over here. Yeah,
Yeah.
always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Hey, come over and sit with us. Hey, loser boy.
Hey, wind
Yeah.
and balls. Come over here.
Yeah. Hey, you just sold 20 copies of Canadian Tire. Come over here, buddy.
Hey, Sobeys bag.
Who's number? who's number 50, Ginger?
Oh.
This is the
Okay.
last entrant.
Do we have a William Smith already?
No.
William Smith.
Nope. Not on the list.
William Smith.
Not on the list.
I would know that. That's one of my
Yep.
favorite actors. William Smith is number 50.
He is the last entrant.
You are the last entrance.
Entrant.
William Smith.
Is getting jiggy with us.
I hope you know who I mean when I talk about the actor. He was the villain in Any Which Way You Can.
Oh.
He was the guy that Clint
Okay.
fought at the end. Great actor.
All right.
Stuntman, William Smith. William Smith, send me an email. jpcormier38@gmail.com /Juno Loser Arsehole. That's me.
Except that last bit.
No, I don't know it. Next.
So, all I got to say to you guys is, I hope you come back next week.
Big draw.
And big draw next week.
We'll be hanging the bunting next weekend.
The bunting.
Yeah, it's going to get crazy next week.
Yeah.
Next week, we got nearly $5,000 worth of gear to give away.
Yeah.
From G&G Music, Fantasy Music, Opry Music Store and Mirror Machine. Winston Fitzgerald's going to be playing here live.
Yowza.
Boys, if that happens, you better run.
Yeah. Something's wrong.
Oh, big time.
Cheers, everybody. Stay safe.
Love yous. We'll see you next Wednesday. Chris, lovely Ginger.
Jack and Jill.
Did he shit himself?
Then he wiped it.